welcome back to Living the Florida Lifestyle. Hey, we're your host. I'm Michael Baker.
And I'm Patricia Baker.
And we're broker associates with RE/MAX Alliance Group here in the Bradenton, Sarasota market. And we're here to bring you the latest on what's going on in real estate and all the life's happenings here on Florida's beautiful Gulf Coast. First off, I want to thank you for joining us. Hey, Mom, can you believe it? It's episode 3 already. It's so great to have you here.
I can't believe it. This was a dream. We said, let's do a podcast this year. And here we are. I'm amazed. And if you've been enjoying the podcast so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. Your feedback not only helps us grow, but it also tailors our content to what you want to hear. Plus, don't forget, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
Now let's dive into today's episode. Mom, we're going to talk about what's focusing on, and people are listening and talking about, the booming growth happening over there in your backyard, Moccasin Wallow, in that area, and over by 301. It's up in Parrish. I'm hearing there's new shops, restaurants, and businesses that are popping up all over the place. This is something we're going to talk about. It's going to be great, and I can't wait to hear about it.
We're also going to talk about some of the upcoming events and things to do around the area, because I know you didn't or you're not going to come to Parrish, buy a house, lock the door, and never go outside. There is so much happening in our area between the Sarasota-Bradenton market. We'll keep you busy all the time. You can pick it, relax it, and go eat one of our new great restaurants.
And remember, if you're loving our content, we'd like to know about it. Leave us a review. Don't forget, when you're watching it, like it, share it, tell your friends about it, and subscribe. That way, when we get a new podcast, which is every week, you'll get the updates and you'll hear all about it. All right, Mom, let's kick it off. Break down for us, because I drive over there all the time. What's going on there in your neck of the wood of Moccasin Wallow?
Well, to tell you the truth, it is growing. It's growing to the point that the county, Manatee County, had thought that they were going to put up two roads down the road. We're now going to 4 lanes, and they need 4 lanes, and this was a 1-lane cow pasture. All there was on Moccasin Wallow, probably 4 years ago, 5 years ago, there were cows, tomatoes, cauliflower, pickles, beans. That was it. And my house. And I remember coming to my house, and I would drive and I would say, I better stop and get gas. Better stop and get some food, because you had to go out. There was nothing out here. I mean, nothing out here. And now I have a Publix at the end of my street. I live in the fairways at Imperial Lake Woods. There is a dermatologist. There is a chiropractor. In fact, there's a chiropractor almost on every other block. There's dentists coming in. A Starbucks is coming in. You got to go have your Starbucks. But there's also coffee. We must be coffee addicts, because in every subdivision, which seems like there's a suburb out there in front of every subdivision, there's a coffee shop. And these are people who have opened up a coffee shop, but there is an official one, the Starbucks. And we have a Home Depot coming in. We have churches expanding. We have 2 hospitals coming in. We have a hotel coming in. And of course, we have the standard out here. We have a golf course. So you can build here, play golf here, go to the hospital when you get a blister on your finger. You can go shopping. We're getting all kinds of new restaurants coming in. We're having a 5-acre lagoon go in. You can go there. There is storage, so when you're coming from a 5,000 square foot house to a 2,000 square foot house and you forgot to leave your furniture home, we have storage that you can rent and put it in, and you'll never see it again. But that's okay. So there's everything coming in, and there's new subdivisions. And just if you like it, you need a realtor. I can't even say who I am. I'm so excited. A realtor helps you so much in this type of environment. Some people think, I can just go out there and look at myself. I don't need a realtor. Let me tell you, I was showing property the other day. I ran into a couple And they were looking at the home, and they had just bought a home not even a year ago. And they said, "We bought the wrong one." I looked at them and I said, "Why did you buy it?" "Oh, we just didn't think." Well, I help you think. Mike helps you think. And we can tell by your shoulders. If you don't like it, your shoulders are going to stay down. If you like a place, your shoulders go back, your head goes up, and you tell me in your way you look, "I like this house." So they were ready to now sell a house at a loss, because within a year, if you're going to sell, you're going to be you're just going to lose money. But they needed a bigger house. And I had another couple who bought a house. They lived in 7,000 square feet up north. They came down and bought a 1,000 square foot condo. And in 6 months, she called me and said, "Would you please go buy me a 5,000 square house?" And I go, "Why? What happened?" "I'm going to kill him if I don't get my space." So we as realtors know how you think you feel and how you really should feel. So then when you go out and you look at all these shops going in, we've got insurance, we've got doctors, we've got dentists, chiropractors. As I said, we've got the Starbucks, we've got the hospitals, we've got the hotels. It's
How
never
many
been.
Publix restaurants are there in your neck over there on Moccasin Wallow?
Okay, there are two right now. And there's a third one going on east of the highway of 75 because they don't want to stop to travel very far. I guess the ice cream would melt. Three Publix on the same road within 2 miles of each other. But there you go. Every time there's 4,000 roofs, they put in a Publix. I guess they're going to be and they'll be putting one over on Buckeye, and Buckeye's going to grow too. So there are houses that you haven't missed the boom. There are homes growing up today with your name on it, and we want to show it to you.
So
Big
you're
home.
telling me Parrish is not done growing at this point in time. With all the construction that we've seen, everything that's going out there, you're telling me there's still places to build and there's still room to grow?
Artisan Lakes is building a second Artisan Lakes. If you've seen Artisan Lakes, it was built right after COVID got over. They started building that up. They are building a second Artisan Lakes over on Buckeye. Now we're talking 2 miles apart. 795 homes just in that one subdivision are going in. So they're going to have a 4-lane highway on their 1-lane highway right now. So there's a lot going on, and you don't want to miss it because Parrish is keeping its small town community feel. You're not moving into the big city. You're still moving into the small. And don't forget, our beaches are only 20, 30 minutes away, depending on the season and the day and the time. But you just have to figure it out when you get here. But the beaches are right there. And right at the end of 41, you could put your kayak in. You could put your boat in over on Fort Hamer. We got a great big community pool going in at the end of on Fort Hamer, pretty much across from the high school. There is so much going on, and
It doesn't Parrish have like a railroad history?
yes, the Florida Railroad, and it's interesting because a lot of the railroad companies they retire some of their Tropicana is one as it retired some of its trains, it donated them to the Florida Museum. And that has great things. I took my granddaughter one day, or my great granddaughter. We took Tommy the train out to the middle of the Everglades. And then I went out at another time. Our church rented it at one time, and out we went. And there's a city out in they take you to. You can go on the great train robbery, and they actually have a train robbery with you sitting there. So there's all kinds of activities going on with that museum. And if many of us have never ridden a train. So now you can ride a train and you don't have to drive it.
So it's not really a sleepy little town after all.
No, no, there's a lot going on here. But it's old time fun. It's real fun. It's family fun. And we have high schools. We've got not only retirement people coming in, but we have already have a middle school. We already have a primary school. We are building a new middle school, which should open up next year because it's just about finished. They are bringing in another elementary school, and that's in a community that has 5 retirement communities in it, all on one road and going out 62. So it's just amazing. And if you're out in New York and New Jersey, and oh, my prayers go for you if you're in LA, But you know what? We have people from California coming, and we'd love to have you come back. And we have homes that you'll like, and you'll love us over here, and we'll love you. So, but this is it. This is where you need to be. And other communities, we have places with a lot of room between the houses, and we have houses with no room. We have a lot of townhomes. It seems like a lot of Northerners like townhomes, so they're building townhomes, and we are
Kind of
even.
reminds me of brownstones up in New York City in that area.
That's right. That's right. And we're having apartments. We have right west of or east of 75, there's a whole apartment community there. So no matter whether, if you want to be out here in the Parrish, which is the fastest growing community, they built Lakewood Ranch and then we had a street. And this street is going to surpass Lakewood Ranch, and no one could ever believe that, just with the amount of people that are coming to the country. And the country is going away. We are 12 miles from Sun City. So if you are a senior and you want doctors who practice just senior life, they're right up the street, 12 miles. You know, they see. So there's a hospital up there. So there's all kinds of roads and restaurants. You could eat every single night in a different restaurant around here. And no matter what, not just fast food. We're getting nice. There's a Miller's going in on, if you're familiar with them, it's a Miller Ale House. There's one over by Costco on 64, which is right around the corner to us. So we have access to everything here.
Talk about 64, that 64 and 301 area, 75 by the Costco. I mean, the amount of restaurants and shops that are going in there. I mean, so that whole area that up there is just booming. I mean, we used to be mobile homes, trailer parks, what people thought about this area.
Yes.
It seems like we've lost that moniker, and the homes that are being built anywhere from you've got $200,000 to $300,000 homes. You got townhouses all the way up, like I said last time, $3 to $4 or $5 million homes in certain areas. We got a couple of properties out there with acreage. So you got anywhere in between where you're going to be right next to your neighbor, or if you want to have a little bit of space. All you got to do is tell us what you're looking for. We can find it. We know how to search for it, but we need to talk to you to find out what it is that you're looking for. And Parrish is a great stopping point. It's a great place to land. It is close. It's close to the airports. You can get up to Tampa. You can get to the Sarasota airport, which is booming and growing hand over fist. So we've got a lot of growth in our area, and I think that's a great aspect of what Parrish brings. And I mean, you've been there 20 years.
Right. When I first came out here, I mean, it was like the middle of no place. But I tell you, as you spoke about that 5 acres, we have a property out on 301 that's 5 acres. It's a 4 bedroom, 2 bath home. Beautiful piece of property, beautiful trees. It's got a pond on it. It has chickens already. The people who live there get their eggs right from their garden. They have fruit trees. You can do anything. You can have a cow, you can have a horse, you can have, whatever you want on there. It's your land. The only zoning difference requirements is what the county of Manatee has. And so if you say you work for an air conditioning company and you have a truck, well, if you live in an HOA community, you can't bring that truck home. You're out, or you have to go find a place to put it, pay to park it, and then go. Here, you just drive up, put it in. If you own an air conditioning company, you could easily build a little office in this property and have your trucks come in at night, and then you still have your home there. So it's $835,000, but it's got whatever you need, and it's on sewer, it's on your own water. It's got the electric out there. It's got, it's everything. Everything's brand new. The hurricane sort of stumped up some of the stuff, so all the motors blew away. So it's all new out there. Everything's been made new, and the new roof. And so you need to give us a call, come take a look at that, and maybe we can bring you 5 acres in the heart of Parrish, because you'll be right around the corner from the new marketplace that's going in North River, and that's going to have really very similar to a Lakewood Ranch Main Street. They're building at that, so it's a congregating area for the public. Mike, there's a lot going on in the
Well,
Parrish.
talk about what's going on in Parrish. Let's talk about what's going on outside of Parrish. We've got one of the oldest county fairs in the state of Florida. happening here in Manatee County. It starts up this week, runs a couple of weeks. It's got, I mean, you got livestock, you got live shows, and it's right down in downtown in Palmetto and in Bradenton, and it's got a great area. It's rides, so whatever you want to do, that you've got the live acts. I believe our church has actually got the opening night as the worship service at opening night, so they get out there for that. So there's a lot of happening. So not only we have Manatee County, and then sometime in March we've got the Sarasota County Fair up in St. Pete. This week is the powerboat show. So you get to go find out if you want to do a powerboat. You could take a look at all the different boats that are available. We've got the Lakewood Ranch happenings. We've got the farmers markets. Bradenton's got farmers market on Saturdays. There's so many things happening. I mean, that's the cool thing about the area. No matter what you want to do, I mean, we got great weather. I mean, I don't know about you, Ma, but it's kind of chilly for me.
I
But I know for other people we're okay. But they're out there golfing in this weather. I know that.
Well, I can tell you, they're even at the beach, and that's what's so funny. It's about 60 right now. It doesn't tell me where it is, but I think we've gone to 50, maybe 57. And I'm out there in a coat, and there are people out there in shorts and t-shirts, and I'm going, are we in the same place? You can go to the beach. There'll be someone laying out on the beach today, and I'll walk up with a coat on. So that's a great place to go too. I love these Bradenton Cafe right at the end of Manatee Avenue. It's a cafe that's right there on the beach. You can take your shoes off, put your feet in the sand, get dinner, and watch the sunset. It's beautiful. And so you'll just be busy all the time. And we invite you to come look up the Baker Global team with the Remax Alliance Group. And Mike and I are waiting for you. We sold a house today. It looks like we're waiting for the contract to be signed. And I'm waiting for another one to go. So property is starting to move. And so we want to make sure that and in our listings, we have 9 listings right now. We've sold 2 of them, and we have everything from a 1-bedroom condo, which is great if you're just going to come hop in and out. You don't have to buy a motel, and that's only like $100,000, all the way up to $800,000 homes. So, and of course, we have the $1 million and the $2 million, $5 million homes in the area. We service everywhere from South Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, all the way down to Punta Gorda. So give us a call. We would love to talk to you.
And we really do appreciate all the comments. We had a couple of people send some DMs, so we appreciate you reaching out to us. The area is vibrant, it's alive, and we've been here. I mean, I'm a Florida native. Mom's been here for in this area, directly here in the area, over 20 years. So we've got a lot of time in the area. We know the ins and outs. We remember where the roads used to be and where they're going now. So we would love to be able to take you down. If you're out of state, we'll do a video walkthrough. We can do all sorts of showing off properties to you. We can do a great video series showing you where the houses that you like. We can take you on a tour without you being here. Then when you get down here, you're ready to go. You walk in, we give you the keys. You're ready to just start living. So we appreciate the opportunity to show off our area. Mom, I know you're getting ready to go on a plane ride. You're going to go see somebody special this week.
I'm going to see my great-granddaughter and my great-grandson. And guess what? I'm going to a 4-year-old basketball class. And I talked to my grandson, their father, today, and he said, it's crazy. They can't even hit the basket. And there's 4-year-olds who don't even know how. I can't wait to go to that practice. I'll just make sure I take a lot of pictures.
That'll be a good video session to throw up there. Maybe that'll be our outgo for the next episode.
Right.
So we want to say thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Mom, anything else to add before we go?
No, it looks like, the market here has been very, very slow. We have houses. I saw one today at 350 days on the market. But you know what? 3 of my houses were looked at today. I went and showed 2 houses. And when I was talking to one of the agents, she was out showing. So that's a lot of movement, a lot more movement than we've been having. And once the inauguration is over, I think our market's going to really pick up. So our prices right now are dropping a little bit. Get them now, because once this activity starts and we get the people again, price is going to go up.
It'll be a fun time to be living here in our area, because obviously this is going into the best time of the year. Spring training getting ready to start. We got all the good stuff. So Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.